Alright, so today we're going to be comparing a Leatherman rebar to a Gerber MP600. So first thing, the MP600 has the one-handed deployment, while the Leatherman is butterfly opening. Second thing, the Leatherman are very stiff, and I've had these for almost a year now working with them. Although I've had zero issues on working with the Leatherman. The only thing I've ever had to do to it is sharpen the knife after I cut some really heavy industrial grade felt. There's no rust, nothing. And I just got one of these, the Gerber MP600 for Christmas. But I had one in the past, and my grandfather has one. The only difference is this one has the replaceable carbide cutters. And the only thing I have ever done on one of these is also sharpen the blade. The only issue I've ever seen with them is maybe the carbide cutters breaking or the tip of the blade snapping off. But I've also seen that happen on these. And it has also happened with my original Leatherman. This is one of the first models. It's just called the Leatherman tool. This is early 1980s. So, and this doesn't even have some of the names on it, so this is very early model. The Gerber has a slightly bigger plier head than the Leatherman, as you might can see. The cutters are also a lot larger on the Leatherman than the Gerber. Both multi-tools have a lock feature for their tools, which is right here. It's a spring-load mechanism. Same on the Leatherman. Now the old Leatherman does not have a lock. Now, tool difference. I'll have to pause the video. I'll have to stop the video for this part. Now for the tool comparison. So we're going to start with the Leatherman, and then I'll go through what all it has. This is just the tools in the frame. So first we have a normal steel file. There is no diamond file on this. Then we're on to large flathead / pry bar, small flathead, and then all / sewing all, plain edge knife. Switching to the other side, 3D Phillips bit, wood saw, can opener with wire stripper, and serrated blade. Okay, it also has a little lanyard ring in there. Moving to the Gerber, we have normal steel file, almost identical to the Leatherman, with a cross cut and single cut, small flathead, larger flathead with a medium flathead / bottle opener with a normal straight edge. Onto the other scale, we have the lanyard ring, serrated blade, 3D Phillips, and a can opener. Now, one thing I personally like better that's on the Leatherman is they were able to fit a couple different more, or maybe one more tool in here, I think. I do wish the Gerber had the wood saw. I do use it quite often. But it's also really, really thin. Like, they made that wood saw really thin compared to everything else. They actually made quite a few things really thin on this, while most things on the Gerber here are pretty thick and beefy, actually. As you might can look at that and see. And the only issue I have with it right now is that this mechanism is a little bit sticky. Or it's not super sticky. I'll show you what I mean in a second. And this is the lock. It just sawed it on off. Like, it's not very sticky whenever you're closing it. And whenever you open it like this. But whenever you want to give it a good flick, it only takes anywhere from 1 to 3 flicks. That one was close. See, one just a little bit away. So that was a good one. You have to hold this just right though, and then. But as of right now, I actually like the Gerber a little bit more. It's a little bit bigger in terms of the size, the length. It actually takes up my entire pouch. This one is a little bit smaller, and when me and my grandfather working on our chicken coop, and we were cutting fence, these scales kept digging into my hand. There was lines in my hands for a couple hours. So that is one thing you have to think about. On the Gerber, it's got normal flat, rounded out scales, or yeah, you understand what I'm saying. But the Leatherman does not. Kind of digs in your hand. This one does not. And you can see the size difference here. I'll line them up at the bottom. A little bit longer. Gerber. Bigger plier head. Let's take a look at the thickness. I think the Gerber is a little bit thicker. I don't know, they look pretty close to the same. And about a 16 millimeters wide. About 15 and a half. So we'll just say they're pretty much the same. But plier head is, honestly, I don't know. This plier head on the Gerber is super smooth. And this one, even after coming up on almost if I said a year, I'm sorry I got that wrong. It's like 8-9 months now of almost constant daily use. It's still pretty stiff. I gotta hold itself open. And I've oiled it, everything, and it just hasn't freed up yet. Now this one is a little bit older. My sister's boyfriend got it from his brother because his work just gives them out. It's a little bit older, but I like these. I like the one-handed opening. I actually had to use that already because I was working on something in our shop and really just needed it to be open with one hand. This one, you can do it, you just gotta use your leg. That's the only complaint I have. Both knives are good on both tools. They're both good, sharp. Well, I don't know how they came. Well, the Leatherman comes really sharp out of the box. I don't know how this one came. I was able to shave with this one. This one was been used for a while, so it was dull. And right now, the Leatherman is extremely dull. I was digging in the dirt with it, cleaning out pipes. Like, it won't even cut paper anymore. Both have good serrated blades. I like them both. Where's it at? They are both pretty much the exact same blade. Just the Leatherman is a little bit, has a little bit more straight edge on it, not as much serration. If you can see this here, I'll line them up to their pivot points. So here. The Leatherman has a lot more of like a finger groove here, and a lot less serration because it goes straight edge, while the Gerber does not have near the amount the finger groove, and it has almost no little straight edge up here, so you have a little bit more serrations on the Gerber. Both have a ruler on them, inches or SAE metric, and then metric SAE. I guess just only difference is this one only goes out to 3 inches. This one will go out to 8. Check something. Yep. Only goes out to 8. This only goes out to 8 centimeters. That goes out to 8 inches. This goes out to 19 centimeters, I think. Overall, they're both good tools. I would like to have a like the saw in the Gerber. Other than that, though, I actually kind of like the Gerber more. They do have their warranty on them, but I do like Leatherman's warranty, 25 years, no questions asked. I'm gonna try not to cut my cables here. But